some of the stuff that we talk about, you know, and especially I noticed this a lot, and I've had to been patient with this too, and it's still hard because there's certain things that I will say that other people may not understand because they're not at that level yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it sounds weird. So this is why, even for example, you just talked about receipts. The reason why a lot of guys talk about receipts, especially with dating coaches and stuff like that, see, a real dating coach, he's not all the time out here showing women he's dealing with. And
my nigga.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The reason why is because we know something they don't know. You know what I'm saying? We know
my nigga. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? And the thing that we know is that in order to maintain situations with women, the best thing you can do is
discretion.
Yes, they don't understand this.
That's what I'm saying, my nigga. Y'all niggas live on camera. We like, yo, oh, you can't be a dating coach. All right, my nigga, don't worry about it. What is known doesn't have to be spoken about. What y'all niggas talking about?
Exactly. Bro? And this is the part they don't get is that if I'm dealing with a woman, right? And this is what they don't get. I'm dealing with a woman who, if that person, if the people she works with knew she was dealing with me, she'd probably get fired. You understand what I'm saying? Or and I'll say this, there's women who are out there that I've talked to, that I interacted with, who are, you know, I don't want to give it away.
I know.
Let's say they're in the public eye.
Yeah.
They don't want it necessarily be known the stuff they're doing behind the scenes. Right. So a lot of times these guys, when they talk about receipts, they don't understand it. And also too, what happens is that when it comes to the whole receipt thing, right? A guy who doesn't understand game, he's asking for receipts because that's the only way he can recognize or understand if a guy can get women. But the guys who can get women, we already know, so we ain't got to do that. And on top of that, how can I teach you how to be a guy who has tight game and show you receipts? That's a contradiction.
My nigga. Yo, that's what I'm saying, my nigga. You gotta move differently, bro. You gotta move a certain way. I always say this too, Locario. It's interesting you say that. Like, you got a bitch and shit, you in a relationship and shit. The best thing to do for your bitch or your relationship is keep it offline because you want to protect the bitch, because we can deal with this in the ramifications. But now when the backlash goes to the bitch, now she got to justify it to her mom, her friends and shit. Now she's gonna give you a headache. So like Locario said, there's a lot of women who move a certain way and they don't want to necessarily be perceived as such because women have enough of a bad image in this community anyway.
Right.
But niggas know. If you know, you know. That's that hashtag y'all niggas are using. If you know, you know.
No, that's a fact. And on top of that, also too, some of the women, like for example, if I'm messing with a chick, right? Let's call her Christine. I'm hooking up with Christine, and Christine is dating another guy. That other guy, she might tell him, "Yo, you got to take me out on 3 or 4 dates and get to know me." But if she knows if that guy knows Christine is smashing Locario on the first date, that messes up her game. So this is another reason. So a lot of times women don't want their stuff put out there because that messes up their game. So if I'm dealing with Christine, she's going to be like, look, you know, I don't want my business out there. And you as a guy dealing with her and you as a guy in the game, you understand that. So you don't even engage in those situations like that. It's
right. It is understood. Don't fuck up my game. I ain't going to fuck up your game. Exactly. Let's just do what it do.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. Make sure y'all subscribe to Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and all his links are going to be in the description of the video as well. Okay, so now we talked about the 666s. We talked about the fact that you coach and shit. Niggas don't understand real game. How important is it for you? How important is it for a man to develop confidence, right? And how would you suggest a man to develop confidence who isn't doesn't necessarily look the way society says he should look, or he's in transition of trying to get his weight up, you know what I mean, his money, his credit and shit like that. How do you develop your confidence during that interim period?
Right. I think the hardest thing for a lot of